Have you ever wondered how your favorite apps, like YouTube and Netflix, just work all the time without a hitch? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and show you the secrets behind the magic boxes that run the entire internet. Welcome to The Explainer.
All right, let's jump right in. Everything starts with this one sentence. It's a phrase that software developers have been saying for years, and it's usually followed by a huge sigh of frustration. But it's also the exact problem that sparked a truly brilliant new idea. Okay, imagine this. You build a really cool Lego castle on your living room floor. It's perfect. But when you try to pick it up and take it over to your friend's house, it just crumbles because their floor is carpet and yours is wood. It falls apart. That is exactly the kind of problem software builders used to have all the time. An app would work perfectly on their computer, but the moment someone else tried to use it, it would break. So to solve this, some very clever people had an idea. What if, instead of just moving the Lego castle, we also put the castle and a little piece of our floor inside a special, super strong box? In the world of software, this magic box has a name. It's called a container.
Think about those giant metal boxes you see on ships and trains. Any ship, any truck, anywhere in the world can move them, right? That's because they're all the exact same size and shape. A software container does the same thing for an app. It packs the app and everything it needs to run, all the little bits and pieces, inside one standard box. That way, it can run perfectly on any computer, anywhere in the world.
So how are these magic boxes actually made? Well, it's a two-step deal. First, you have something called an image. It's best to think of this as the blueprint for a house. It has all the instructions. Then you have the container, and that's the actual house, built from the blueprint, totally ready for you to move in and start using. Okay, so this idea of a magic box is amazing. But how do you actually build them? How do you move them around? Well, that's where a company called Docker comes into the picture. You can think of Docker as the friendly company that gives you all the tools you need to build, pack, and ship your boxes super easily. Docker made this whole thing incredibly simple. And as you can see, it's basically just 3 steps. First, you write a simple little recipe that lists everything your app needs. Then, you tell Docker to build the box using that recipe. And finally, you just tell it to run the box. Seriously, that's it. So having one box is great, for sure. But a huge app like YouTube or Netflix, they aren't using one box. They're using thousands, maybe even millions of them. And trying to manage all of those by hand? Forget it. It would be impossible. You need a boss to run the whole show. And that boss is called Kubernetes. I want you to picture a gigantic, busy shipping port with thousands of those container boxes moving everywhere. Kubernetes is like the port master, sitting way up high in the control tower watching everything. It tells every single box where to go, what to do, and makes sure the whole port runs smoothly with 0 traffic jams. And Kubernetes has 2 superpowers that are just incredible. First, if a whole bunch of people suddenly start using an app at the same time, Kubernetes automatically adds more boxes to handle everybody. It just scales up. Second, and this is my favorite, if one of the boxes ever breaks or gets tired, Kubernetes instantly replaces it with a brand new one. And it all happens so fast, you would never ever notice something went wrong. So let's just quickly put it all together. It's really like a team. You have the container, that's the standard box. You have Docker, that's the company that helps you build the box. And then you have Kubernetes, the port master who manages thousands and thousands of them, making sure our favorite apps are always up and running perfectly. Now this system is already incredible, right? But believe it or not, it's about to get a huge upgrade. The next big step is to make this entire busy port smart. That's right, we're adding artificial intelligence, AI, into the mix. We are basically giving that port master in the control tower a super brain, so it can start to think all by itself. And here's what that future is gonna look like. Right around now, AI is acting like a really helpful assistant, giving smart advice to the humans who are running the port. But in just a few more years, say by 2030, the port is going to be running itself. The AI will be able to predict traffic jams before they even happen and fix broken boxes before anyone even knows there was a problem. And all of this leads to one last really fascinating question. As these systems get smarter and smarter, we're actually building a digital world that can manage itself, heal itself, and even improve itself, all without any help from us. So what does that future, a future run by these self-sufficient systems, really look like? Thanks for watching.